So you may have recently watched the videos I did. I did a two-part series about building a swimming pool as an owner builder. And I wanted to talk a little bit about some fireballs that I made and how I went about making those. It was a fairly easy process, so I'll try to be as detailed as possible in this video. But be sure to watch it from start to finish because there's a few tips along the way that I think are really important. If you're building a pool, adding a feature like a fireball is just a nice feature, really enhance the visual kind of presentation. And I know for us, when we're entertaining and having people over at night, it really helps illuminate and bring more light to the backyard. So let's get started on the video. I'll start out by saying that early on, I went out and I found these pots. I found a couple planters at a local nursery, and they were 28 inches in diameter. And then we're going to seal these. I'm using this Thompson water sealer, and then we're going to paint them. So before I started the project, I put the planters in the location that I wanted to have them installed. That's important because what you find at the nursery sometimes what appears to be a rather large pot in front of you may not be as large once you get it home and into the location you're thinking about using it. This way you'll be able to return it if you need to. So once I was happy with the size, I started the process of spray painting them, and I went with just a indoor-outdoor matte white finish just because that made sense for the other colors that we have been using around the pool. One thing to consider is that your heat source, your gas source, in our situation we were running a gas line for the heater of the pool, so we had a gas line there and that's what we teed off of. You didn't see that in this video, but we actually dug a trench behind the pool area and we teed off from the gas line to the heater, and that is where we tapped into for the gas lines for each of the fireball. What you also didn't see in this video, and what you can see right here with the red arrow, is when they were doing the concrete for the pool area, I ran some 2-inch white PVC conduit. I centered the conduit right where I planned on having the fireballs, and that's what I ran the gas line through. So I could, just have a nice transition and have the gas line run right up the center of the fire bowl, which is the planter. And most of the planters you find come with a 3/4 inch hole at the bottom for drainage anyway, so it worked out really well.
Juan Carlos coming back.
I know, right? Juan Carlos is here to save the day. Once we got the fireballs in place and painted, I ended up running gas lines to them, and I used a no whistle hose line, a flex hose that's similar to what you'd find in like a fire pit. The problem is if you use a gas line, a flex gas line that you would see like a yellow one for an appliance, those things can sometimes have a whistle to them when you use them in this type of application, so keep that in mind. So we got this filled with DG, and then I had some extra cement board cut out there. We put there, I'm going to put some sand and then the fiberglass. The real test is going to come when the sun comes down. Once it gets dark, you can test it now.
Yeah.
Let me get the lighter. I'll start with the turn on. It's gonna look good though. It's hard to tell on camera, but once we do a little test at night, it's gonna look It's gonna look nice. So as you can see, the fireballs are going and the sun is starting to set. They look really, really good, and there's still a lot of light out, but I'm gonna come back in a little bit, give you a better view once the sun is completely gone. The effect is exactly what I was hoping for. I'm super pleased with the results. So I'm back. It's about 30 minutes later. I feel like it's pretty dark, but the low light on this camera is pretty good. But I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna wait till it's completely dark. It's almost there, but it's really looking good. The sun is completely set, as you can see behind me, the fireballs. I keep wanting to say fireballs. No, fireballs are on and running, and I think they look great. And considering, the reason I wanted to share this is because I was looking at different options for bowls, fire around the pool, and the options available that are specifically made by pool manufacturing companies, like the company I bought my filters and pumps through, they're expensive. The nice thing about those is that, yeah, there's some automation involved, so I could sync them up to the app and have them turn on and off like I do with the pool lights or the pool equipment. But realistically, I don't plan on using these fireballs very often, when we have people over occasionally, and so I don't mind having to come out here and manually turn them on every week or two whenever we decide to use them. Quick summary, like I said in the beginning of the video, the terracotta pots, the 27-inch pot, I found at a local nursery for about $100 a piece. The 18-inch fire rings that I used were about $60. Cost me $40 for a bag of Fireglass, another $10–15 for a couple bags of sand and DG, and then $20 for the Flex gas line, basically the whistle-free gas line that I ran a conduit. When we did the pool, the concrete, I basically ran a conduit because I knew I was going to do this at a later date. And then depending on your situation, if you're using propane or natural gas, then you're going to have to factor in the cost of getting gas or getting your fuel source to the fireball. So I think for a couple $100, I'm really happy with the final result. And in my situation, I've got two. Depending on your situation, obviously it's going to be different. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, subscribe. If you're in the process of building a pool, be sure to check out my other videos I'm going to come out with. As far as the owner-builder process I didn't use a pool contractor when we built this pool recently. Not because I don't think there's a lot of value with pool contractors, I think there is, but just because of the timing and wanting to get this done as quickly as possible. And if you're in the Southern California area, I don't mind sharing the contacts and the people that I've come across that helped me put this pool together. I met a lot of great guys along the way, and so be sure to check out those videos. So again, thanks for viewing. Hope you're having a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. And don't be like me. Don't stop to adjust a landscape light. When you turn that valve on for the gas, get over there and light the bowls as soon as possible. And as you can see, I don't keep them on at full strength. I keep the valve at about 50%.